A PTR update is coming to Overwatch next week, but also there's going to be a little surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. All right, so Jeff has been active on the forums, and we always love it when Jeff's active on the forums because, well, I mean, he just disappears, and it makes me sad, and I wish all the devs would talk more on the forums and whatever. Anyway, let's take a look at what Jeff says here, because he says, we worked on a balance patch this week. We're hoping to put that patch on the PTR next week. The last time I said that, it was late and everybody flipped out. So please don't flip out if things slip. They often do. Also, there's another cool little surprise coming next week. Excited. Sorry, no details at this time as changes are still in flux. The PTR will get notes when it goes out. No dev update. All right, okay. So let's just focus on no dev update. So without a dev update, that means we probably won't get things like maps, new game modes, any kind of new major update. Things like, I guess, the replay system, the spectator system and stuff like that. Stuff that we've seen for Overwatch League, for Overwatch World Cup, which probably will roll out for Overwatch League, right? I don't think we're going to see any of that. Probably no guilds or social features or anything like that. Because if it's not big enough to warrant a dev update, then it's probably just a little kind of thing. What that could be, who knows? We'll get onto that in a second. Anyway, let's talk about this possible balance update. Okay, well, I guess firstly, it isn't possible, is it? It is. This is going to happen. So what could they do here? All right, there is a very prevalent meta right now at the highest level of Overwatch, and that is GOAT comp. You guys have probably all heard of this. It's 3 tanks and 3 supports, and all you do is run into the enemy team. It's a massive cluster, and then one team wins. It's a bit more complicated than that, but that's generally how it happens. It's not very good to watch, and all of this stuff. It is for some people. I mean, I don't mind watching GOATs, just because I like playing Reinhardt, and I also like playing Zarya, so I get to see how they kind of interact, but to be honest, it is maybe not the best, right? So probably they're going to do something to lead us into OWL, because remember, OWL starts on the 14th of February. That's next month. So this is the patch that the OWL players would probably kick the league off on, or at least it gives them time to prepare for the start of Overwatch League, because they're not going to introduce a major balance patch, put that onto the Overwatch League, and then nobody knows what they're doing, right? And also, I don't think they like GOAT, so anything they can do to fix that is going to be absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's go beyond that. Let's look at possible changes to heroes. This is a balance change, right? Now, if it is to combat GOATs, there could be a load of changes they could introduce, but I'm just going to completely ignore that, and I'm going to go after the changes that we want as a community. Well, I think firstly, I think Doomfist has been deleted from the game, so I think they need to up Doomfist a little bit. I think the nerfs were way too harsh, so I think they need to go back and look at that. Hopefully they are. The big one, though, ladies and gentlemen, is Mercy. I hope they buff Mercy's healing output, or maybe they do something to like we for a while were talking about giving their ability on reload, so maybe she could overheal a staff or whatever. But I think that's kind of going down the path of like a mini rework, and it would be much easier for them to just increase heal statistics or do something like that. So hopefully we see something that Mercy gets that just makes her more viable when it comes to being a main healer, instead of her being this very niche main healer pick, because in almost every other situation you're going to pick Anna or you're going to pick Moira. There's also McCree as well. Maybe McCree's fan hammer is a little bit too good, but maybe it isn't, so we don't really know what they'll do with that. D.Va could be a shout as well. You know, D.Va's very strong all of the time. Maybe they do something to D.Va to kind of make it not as strong. I don't know. D.Va's power all lies in defense matrix, so again, I doubt we'll see anything in relation to that. But I think the big ones for me are probably Doomfist and Mercy, although it would be nice to see stuff happen to Brig again, because Tracer is pretty much unused, because Brig, when she, well, if you pick Brig and you start using Brig's armor and Brig is just, well, there on the map, the enemy Tracer can't really play the game, so maybe Tracer actually gets a buff. That would be, I guess, a bit of an outside shout there. Okay, so what about this little kind of cool surprise coming next week? I don't think Jeff would refer to a map as a cool little surprise. Now, we are due a map because we never got one for BlizzCon. Normally we do, we didn't, or at least we get shown one. That's not happened. So we expect to see a map relatively soon, but I don't think this will be that. Also, I don't think this will be a replay system or anything that major because, well, there would be a dev update, and Jeff does say in this update there'll be no dev update. So yeah, it's not going to be major. So I actually honestly don't really know what this could be. It could be a whole host of different things. Maybe it could just be some skins they throw out. If you remember last year, they did skins with the Blizzard World skins, where they were kind of the crossover skins. Maybe we just get a bunch of those, bunch of new ones. I don't know. It's probably something like that, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be anything ridiculously major. But there you go, guys. Jeff has been active on the forums. We are getting a PTR update next week. It will be a balance update. I hope Mercy gets buffed. I hope Doomfist gets buffed. I don't think I'd ever say that before in my life, but whatever. I hope Brig gets kind of looked at a bit more, and I hope that, maybe Tracer is playable. I don't know. You guys go crazy in the comments below and let me know what you think about all this. Oh, and I hope that Goats is dead from everything, because, I mean, when you don't have to pick DPS heroes and you just pick tanks and supports, yeah. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo. What's my voice is going? What the hell? Goodbye.